Hi, welcome back to Mountain Jim Card Collectibles. I hope you're having a great week so far. So, I've noticed another issue with Topps. Imagine that. We get so many these days. And this issue has to deal with their F1 Grail program. And how apparently they put some misproduced cards into these sets. Apparently they're uncoded cards to complete the Grail set, okay? And, I'm sure you're aware that, Topps Fanatics is all about the gambling angle, the breaking company angle, so that they can keep the secondary market under one roof as much as they can, with the Topps Fanatics breaking company brands, But I just feel like, that Topps Fanatics is really just a bad actor at the end of the day, They want to pretend that, they're all about consumers. But for the most part, they're having endless QC issues. They're having issues where people believe that, they're false advertising stuff, like on the 2025, 2026 Topps Chrome NBA retail mega box product, where they highlighted, the big exclusive chase for blue X fractors. And you look at, Cooper Flag in his blue uniform, and it just clicks. And then they, put an apology that, well, guess what? Those blue X fractors are not in the product. And then they basically point the checklist. But that's not good enough for a lot of consumers, including me. And the reason why is because this is $1 billion brand. Are you telling me that they can't afford a copy editor? Give me a break. And if they don't even know what a copy editor is, how do they get the licensing, from the big sports leagues? Because let's face it, I've said before, these big sports leagues are just as guilty as Topps Fanatics, So we can't just point the finger at Michael Rubin. You have to look at all of them. So that takes me to this. Now, what you're looking at here are some Grail cards in F1. We can see this, the Grail Charles Leclerc, super short print, and that's what people are chasing. We have this other Grail for Charles Leclerc, card 7 of 9. Max Verstappen, super short print, which are really important, for the Grail chase. Just to let you know. Here's Lando Norris with a super short print, for the Grail, And look at the prices, this one's $6,000, $2,000, $2,999.99, $8,000, $5,800 on this Max Verstappen SSP, And it's hard not to notice these cards and go, did they steal, the stained glass idea from Panini? I almost feel like they did, But anyway, let's get into what the 2025 Topps Chrome F1 Grail program really is. Because I was not aware of this program, up until a few days ago. But I figured it out. I mean, this is just a program for, I guess, really wealthy people for the most part to hit Grails and be rewarded. So like it says here, the 2025 Topps Chrome F1, the Grail set, consists of 9 ultra-rare connected puzzle piece cards featuring Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, and another top driver, randomly inserted in packs, 1 in 5, 951 hobby packs. The first collector to register all 9 card wins a 1 of 1 gold autographed Max Verstappen card in an F1 trip. Wow. But come on. You're going to spend so much money trying to get all those 9 cards. I mean, it's pointless. I mean, if you're a collector, just give it up. You don't have the money. You can't afford it. I'm just, not to slap you with reality too hard, but I can see that, with the prices on the boxes and all that. Anyway. Key details about the Grail cards. Set composition. A 3x3 grid artwork featuring 3 cards, each of Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, and a third driver. I believe the third driver is, I hit this guy, Charles Leclerc, as far as I can tell, These are super short print chase cards found within 2025 Topps Chrome F1 hobby boxes with a 1 in 5, 951 pack insertion rate. Each of the 9 cards contains a unique redemption code for online verification. The first person to verify all 9 cards wins a 1-of-1 solid gold autographed Max Verstappen card and F1 race trip. I wish we could see some pictures of the card, but anyway. The next 5 collectors to verify the complete set each receive a 1-of-5 gold autographed Verstappen card. These cards are separate from other 2025 Topps Chrome F1 chases inserts like the Grid or Vegas at Night. Okay? And so we can, kind of look at these cards a little bit. Because I want to show you something that's really important about these cards and this Grail chase, which I think is a joke. All right, so here I am looking at the Charles Leclerc card, It's a super short print, just like they say. So let's take a look at the back. And what's it say here? Please peel film to reveal redemption code, okay? And then we have the Grail chase. So we know this is one of the cards, all right? Ends April 1st, 2026. So you don't have much time, if you want to complete the Grail. But let's be honest, are you going to complete the Grail? Because, this card's $6,000, and it's not even slabbed up or anything, Not sure what's going on in the corner there, but anyway. So this is really important, this redemption code. And that takes me to X in this post. Okay, so we've looked at these cards. You have an idea of what this program is, which a lot of people who respond to this don't even have a clue, which Topps needs to do a better job there as well. I mean, they don't even explain the stuff to a lot of their customers. They just, there you go, throw it at them. So, this came from January 23rd, right there. We want to share an important update regarding the 2025 Topps Chrome Formula 1 Grail program. Okay, we just went over that fairly well. Which it seems like it's almost impossible to complete. Let's face it, 9 cards. Anyway. Due to a production error, both coded and non-coded versions of the Grail cards were inserted. The non-coded version was created for internal testing purposes and was not intended to be included in the product. Only coded cards are eligible for Grail prizes. Now, I went over a lot of those cards. I did not see one that didn't have, the back thing where you peel off, for the code. So that's really confusing. We apologize for the production error. Topps will issue $5,000 in Fancash for each verified non-coded Grail card submitted. All right. So I guess, if you want some cash, to be eligible for Fancash, please complete the steps outlined in the FAQ section prior to February 27th, 2026. Okay. So you have this. So let me click this. And this won't let you do anything. It says Topps Ripped 2026 at the bottom. I can click this. Username and password. Okay. I don't know what's going on here. But this site doesn't help me out. And that's why I feel like it's kind of a grift to an extent. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that site's going to start running here pretty soon. But it's really just a dead end. Maybe you need to have, your password and all that. But it doesn't really help consumers out. I'm putting that out there. It just does not help consumers out. We appreciate your understanding and continued support of Topps and the Grail experience. The Grail experience is just, Topps shit show ripped. Like it says, introducing Topps Ripped, The Grail program for what, billionaires? Anyway. Laugh out loud and you won't see this Fancash for 6 months. When will the FTC step in? If you complete it, it's like, give me a break. 9 Grail cards. You saw the prices, what they're going for on eBay. It would just be stupid. Oh, I want my solid gold 1-of-1. Clown company, so focused on backdooring everything and manipulating markets, you have no time left to check the wording or contents of anything. Yeah, and I know that, there's a lawsuit against Topps. I think it's coming out of New York for their big 2025-2026 Topps Chrome NBA Mega Box retail debacle, with the big, Chase Blue X-Fractors, which were never in the product at all, which really felt like false advertising at the end of the day. At FTC, wow, guess what happened again? Topps has another production error that is revealed after they have taken money from the consumer. Yes, this is absolutely a pattern, and it is absolutely unacceptable. It is a pattern. It just keeps going on and on with their products, doesn't it? Oh, another mistake here. Oh, another mistake there. Give me a break, guys, you know. Said before, if the company can't hire a copy editor, maybe they should lose their licensing because they obviously don't know what they're doing, or they just don't really care about what they're doing, you know? It's not just copy editors. I mean, it's the whole thing. Can you guys go one drop without effing everything up? Whoever runs the QC team needs to be long gone. My question is, do they even have a QC team? You know, I mean, it just feels like they're just a company that caters strictly to breakers, and anything that the consumer is involved in is just a nightmare or a shit show. You know, it's a total joke. Has Filth Bomb submitted all of them already? He probably has, you know, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, so much of this stuff is really meant for breakers. I mean, that's just it about this competition. Are they really acting like this is meant for consumers? 9 Grail cards? I mean, you'd have to spend a fortune. You know, most consumers just don't have that, you know. Good that you're making up for an error. But okay, so where is a similar program for the Chrome Mega Box fiasco? I bought a case calling on Monday. Yeah, and these people who really spend a lot of money on Chrome Mega Box retail, you know, with the 2025-2026 basketball product, they deserve better. They really do. Just start filling boxes you send to retail customers with literal feces. You give breakers so many boxes before and they just miraculously pull every one of one, and then you make announcements that you can't even label a box correctly or insert the right cards. Fuss is my side chick, yeah. I mean, guys, can't Topps Fanatics do anything right for a consumer? I mean, is it just one mess up after another? And it's always, oh, it's just a mistake. It's just a happy accident. It's just, you know, it was on last year's product. Give me a break, guys. You're $1 billion company. How do you guys get bigger and worse at the same time? This is why we used to have anti-monopoly legislation. You guys just keep effing up, raising prices, and acting like shit is sweet. And they really do. Oh, this is so good. Open up and say, yum, yum, yum. Doesn't it taste good? And most consumers are just spitting it out going, no, it does not. Opened a case and no golden hour. Yeah, you may as well just spent your money, you know, just buying these Grail cards off of eBay. You know, I mean, they're up there. But who has the money to put them all together? That's just it. Accountability equals say what happened and how they are moving forward. Well, we never get that from Topps Fanatics. You know, accountability, you know, that's just not part of the Topps Fanatics vocabulary now, is it? It's just, oops, shit happens. Sorry. What a joke. See, and here we go again. I had explained what this was, you know. I had to look at some of these cards, you know. I explained it to you. So many people in this thread, you know, they just don't even know what's going on with these cards. Like, what are they? Like this guy. What are these cards? What do they look like? I've opened a bunch. Maybe I have one. Someone help. Yeah. I almost feel like I should reply right now to this guy. Maybe I should. I don't know what to say. You know, you have to do your research online, which is just a headache as well. They should put more information out there, make it easier. I went to that website. It's just, you know, a website that doesn't have anything. You need a password. You need a username. I mean, give me a break. Was this product doing so poorly you manufactured this ruse? Now, that is a great question. You know, I mean, people probably weren't purchasing enough of this product. You know, we got to hype it up. We got to increase the chase, because that's what Topps does, is they always hype up a chase, you know, a big gamble chase. Y'all effing up quite a lot recently. Any open positions cause someone got to be losing their job at this point. I don't know if that's happening. I'm beginning to think that Topps Fanatics is just an AI company. They just hired a bunch of AI and robots to do the work. Why? Gotta save some dollars. We can't pay employees. And so, once again, all apologies. I just like to highlight this. We apologize for the production error. Topps will issue 5,000 in Fancash for each verified non-coded Grail card submitted. Okay, gotcha. But does it have to be submitted? They don't really explain that either, I mean, does it have to go with all the other cards? So you have to have all the other 8 Grails and then your one Grail card that doesn't have a code? You see, they don't explain stuff really well at all in these issues. They just kind of put some words out there, kind of make a word salad, shake it up a little bit, and I guess we're all supposed to go along with it and do a ton of research on top of it. It's just not a good look. So how do you feel about all this? Do you feel like that Topps is just trying to hype up a chase for these non-coded cards? People see the $5,000 or else do you think it's just kind of a joke that you have to, put it together 9 Grail cards, good luck with that. I just feel like it's Mission Impossible to an extent, it really is a Mission Impossible here. And then they throw it out that they screwed up production because, let's face it, they are always screwing something up, whether it's advertising, whether it's production. I feel like a $1 billion corporation that can't get, to say the least, their shit together should not have these licenses. They should never have been given these licenses. There are companies that know what they're doing with this stuff, They've been there before, But anyway, how do you feel about all this? Leave some comments. I never get enough comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. It'd really help out my channel. I say it a million times, but please hit the button. And if you're a subscriber, I'd like to thank you for subscribing because you're the reason I keep doing this because I am still not monetized. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. I'm out of here. Bye.